What's up, everyone? Rob here. It's about 7:40 a.m. Just left the 501 shelter. Heading up right away. There's supposed to be 2 or 3 really good views off the side of the mountain. About to be there. See some graffiti. Incredible. Trying to get about 18 miles again today. It's another shelter. It's only 4 miles and some change. And then the one after is 18. Been staying at shelters and around towns pretty much the whole time. That's just what I'm comfortable with so far, but I don't know. I'm gonna try to start stealth camping, just walking as far as I can in camp instead of going shelter to shelter or town to town. We'll see. Still makes me uncomfortable. I don't really like the idea of having to hang my stuff. Leave it out there for people and animals. I'd rather keep it with me and defend it if necessary. There's another southbounder. He's going to Harper's Ferry, West Virginia. He's a really cool guy. I'm a bit of a loner. There's been a lot of people around lately, and he's more social, so haven't been hanging out with him, but I really like the fact that there's someone else going south and such a cool person. He travels for work. He's been all around the world, hiked around the world, does stuff for the Boy Scouts. I've run into him about 3 times now. Camped at the same place twice. And we just left the same place. So I'll probably see him today. When I do, I have to get his name. He told me the first day we met. I'm terrible with names. So I just don't expect to ever see anyone again. So all the stuff I'm thinking about, names isn't one of them, I guess. But I'm going to get his name. Nice and cool today. Looks like it might rain, but it's not supposed to. And it is tomorrow and the next day. I think I'm just going to keep going. Duncannon's coming up. Nice hiker town along the way. It's one of the things everyone looks forward to. It's Duncannon. And then from there it goes into southern PA and pretty much smooth sailing to Maryland. Can't believe I've gotten this far. It's not even that far, but it is. Yeah, that was him. His name's John's dad. So I guess I never got his name at all before, because I probably would have remembered that. Yeah, he's a cool guy. Probably see him later. Perfect weather. It's like in the 60s, maybe low 70s. Little humidity, but it's cool. No sun, nice and cloudy. temperature wise, it's perfect hiking weather. I almost always take the opportunity for a good road walk into town. Just did the same. Very early into the day, that's why I did it. It's 3.3 miles to town, mostly downhill, and back up the mountain. But probably about a mile and a half down the hill, I got picked up, brought to the gas station, back up to the trail. So instead of 4 hours, well, three and a half. I'm only a half hour behind. It's supposed to rain soon. Like any time now it could start. But just for a little bit. And then the weather should be good till tomorrow. See if I can catch John's dad again. Passed him when I decided to go back to the road and head down. The rain begins. It's barely touching me. It's absolutely perfect hiking weather right now. William Penn Shelter, that was about 4.1 miles from where I was, from where I started. And I did a little over a mile down the hill, so a little over 5 miles walking today. I was thinking about checking it out, but it's a little ways down the hill. So it's 0.1 miles, but I went a little ways and saw nothing but an outhouse. Keep going. This rain feels awesome. The rare times that it touches me. Place is called the Lookout. Little mountain overlook. Wow. Unbelievable. I love it. Been some rocky parts so far, but it's been pretty smooth and quick. Heading down to Swatara Gap. Route 81, north and south. This road goes all the way through Syracuse, New York, where I came from. Nice flowers. Made it to Swatara Gap. Taking a little break. My foot's bothering me. It's swelling up again. It's probably going to be an ongoing issue for a while. Maybe the whole trip. I don't know. I decided to probably go into town. It's about 48-minute walk into town, a little over a couple miles. Just take it easy. Then there's some campsites nearby here. Probably end up staying there. Try out a campsite for once. Tara Gap Bridge. This thing's pretty cool. I'm gonna take this road up here, take a right, head into town. Take a nice slow stroll on the roads and back up the mountains. I always love bridges. When I'm done with this trip into town, I'll be at 17 miles today. Not 17 miles traveled, be a little over 5, like 5.5 road walking. And I have a few more miles to go when I get back. So I could hit 20 miles today. Leaving Lickdale, back to the mountains with a nice coffee. Back on the trail heading south. Shelter is about 4 miles away. Well, it's like exactly 4 miles away. A lot of uphill, gotta get to the top. Seem to have left John's dad in the dust. He's having a tough day, his feet hurt. I passed him twice today. Second time, I believe, was at the William Penn shelter earlier. I started to go down there, I had a feeling he was there. It was right after a tough uphill. But I didn't see the shelter and kept going. And I'm pretty sure that's where I left him, because I've been walking straight all day. I haven't seen him. I asked people, they haven't seen him. So I don't know. Maybe I'll run into him at Duncan, and we're both planning on taking a break there, hopefully. Yeah. Trying to get a tramley going. I go up that mountain. Here there's a lot of rattlesnakes in here. I went into town earlier when John's dad went ahead. That was when he passed me. Walked about a mile and a half down the hill, and someone picked me up and brought me back. Didn't get his name, but he worked for a shuttle company. And then this trip into town, I got about a mile down the road. A guy, a former hiker, he's driving around looking for hikers, shuttling them, picked me up, brought me to town. Then I started walking back, got about another mile, and then he drove by again, picked me up again, dropped me off up here. Saved me a few miles, a few hours walking. So if I make it to the shelter, it'll be 18 miles on the trail. Plus another 2.5 or so. So it's a little over 20 miles. Oh, it's getting hot. It's gonna be really hot starting now for the next few days. Look at this trail. Gotta watch for snakes. Look how sketchy this is. As the butterfly goes across the screen. I don't know. Maybe you'll see a snake. This is why I wore the long socks. I used to wear knee-high socks but my legs just, after a few days, I couldn't do it anymore. There's a nice campsite. I want to get to that shelter though. It's supposed to be really nice. What is that? Looks like a bunch of posts. With a fence around it or something? A little less than 4 miles. 20-mile day. Coming up on a creek crossing that's flooded from a beaver dam. You have to walk across the beaver dam. Less than 2 miles from the shelter. Some mountain swamplands, little clearing here. I'm guessing I have to go back up to get to the shelter. Going down this way. Beaver dam's coming up. The fallen trees everywhere are crazy. These are all dead. They're all coming down. But they're just all over the place. Imagine camping here. Not sure, but I think this is it. Pretty sure it is. Sound like I heard some beavers right here. Yeah. Get past this, get to the shelter, get some rest. Was a little tricky, but it's kind of fun. Didn't even get wet. Interesting. Someone was telling me about this down in town. I really wanted to check the cemetery out, but I'm coming back on the trail right now. I walked a little ways and I don't see it. Can't tell where it is. It's not on the map. And I want to get to the shelter. That's where I'm headed. Made it. Well, at least I think. I just walked back, or I just walked past it way back here. I had to climb the hill and walk all the way back. It says 0.3, but it said 0.2 to get up here. And I walked about a mile to get up here. So who knows? I made it. Shelter's down there a bit. It's getting dark. There's the privy. Bunch of camping spots. You can hear the military training off in the background. I made it 20.5 miles today, 18 on the trail and 2.5 going to town. Kind of beat, but I'm doing all right. Tomorrow's gonna be stormy in the afternoon and hot, and then hot for a few days. Be tough, but get through it as always. Thanks for watching, take care, and until next time.